Have you ever realized how around the same times of day you feel full of energy or very tired? This is because of your circadian rhythm, which is a 24-hour internal clock running in the brain and sleep cycles. All cells in the body have a circadian clock, but the brain clock is thought to be in charge. The genes controlling circadian clock were first identified in a fruit fly and further studied in a mouse. Clock genes are very specific and large, up to 100,000 base pairs, and they have a helical structure. They interact with another protein, BMAL1, to activate various other genes during the daytime and produce the proteins in the cytoplasm. At night, the proteins move into the nucleus, and as their level rises and they interact with the clock genes, everything gets repressed, until the next morning when the whole process starts over. Your circadian rhythm is extremely important, as not only does it control your sleep, it also controls things like your metabolism, immunity, mood, blood pressure, and cardiovascular health.
Alright, so what seems to be the problem?
Doctor, I'm having trouble focusing in school. I find that during the day I'm totally exhausted, but then at night I could spend hours on Facebook or YouTube and I just don't know what's wrong.
Screens like your laptop and your phone emit an artificial blue light which can put off your circadian rhythm for a few hours, and this blue light suppresses your melatonin. It isn't all bad though, because especially teenagers have to get a lot of blue light, natural blue light, during the day from the sun, and it helps to boost your mood and your alertness.
Their child who used to love getting up at 7:30, we'll say, in the morning, they become a teenager and all of a sudden they really just want to stay in bed all the time. But there's actually a physiological and genetic reason behind that, and as you said, it's because our clock changes. When we go into our adult years, our clock becomes more owlish.
Well, I'm a nurse and I work the night shift 4 nights a week. I'm finding myself feeling really stressed during my shifts. I try to get enough sleep during the day, but it's difficult.
Well, you may be experiencing circadian dysrhythmia, so this can cause a shift in normal sleeping and eating patterns, and working a night shift can easily cause this.
Will my body adapt to this over time?
The circadian rhythm may adapt over time, but this can lead to desynchrony. This is where the environmental cues don't match the natural pattern that your body has adapted to. Now, when it comes to you arriving home during the day and having to try to sleep when it's bright out, this can be difficult because the body uses outside cues to try to set the accuracy of its biological clock. Without the external cue, the circadian rhythm can be drastically unbalanced.
Well, I just struggle to go to bed before 1 a.m. and then I wake up really late in the mornings.
Alright, so it sounds like you have delayed sleep phase syndrome. And this is caused when your circadian rhythm isn't adapting or resetting correctly. So people with DSPS usually go to sleep a lot later and they usually wake up a lot later than what most people construed as normal. So this is the most common type of circadian rhythm disorder, and it affects around 15 to 20% of young adults and older people.
20s then you start reverting to be more larkish again, and as we go further in our lifetime then we get earlier and earlier. And some of the problems with the elderly is that they have trouble in going to sleep, but they also wake up very early, so they're not actually getting enough sleep in the day, and that's all due to our body clocks.
Here are some things that you can do to regulate your circadian rhythm. Controlling your exposure to light during the evening time, using candlelight, and setting your devices to night shift mode eliminates blue light and replaces it with red and orange in your surroundings. In the cases of night shift workers or people experiencing jet lag, regulating the eating pattern will greatly improve your circadian rhythm.